Much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sport. A few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get... All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6 at the 24-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Watson going to give this one to Miller. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Come on, D!
54! 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Watch the slant. And 59! Go, go. Echo! Go!
From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. Able to push his way through. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jacobs. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And a nice gain at 21 yards. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Hey, man, watch the boot, Rush in.
Out of the gun, Luck. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop them behind the line for the 2nd straight play. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
3rd down and 6.
Check out. 5, 6, 5. 3 buds.
From the gun, here's Luck. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Recon, 132 fighter.
On 1st down, Luck. Caught left side by Hilton. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on 1st. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Luck. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Jacobs. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
11.
Again, Luck. Now he'll escape to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Here's Lott. And he's got his man Hilton. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Looking to run with Mack. Able to get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. They'll run it with Mack. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Vinatieri's kick is good. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On 1st down, Watson rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Watson now to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They begin the drive with Hines. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Go! Run, 40!
A shotgun snap for Love. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Where's that? I got it. Tie it right.
They keep it with Miller on 1st down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Miller. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Coming to you. 58 to Mike. 58 shot. Go.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Darius Leonard in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing his lob. Steps away to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the first down.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and, yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4.840.
And he grew up a big soccer guy. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Luck. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 16. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
58, right over there.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Here's Luck. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. The 30, 10, touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the 3rd quarter, but a moment ago, the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have...
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack. And this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Check out. 674. D-line, get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Now Luck. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Check out. Line 40. I'm coming there. Let's go, Mexico. 12. Switch.
Luck now to throw. He's got the first down here inside the 30. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are once again going to retake the lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's 2nd and 8. at the 19-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught at the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Watson hitting full 58 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Check back 50. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one a first down pickup of 8.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
This is it. 19. Mike 58 right there. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, deep, man up, deep. Showing it, showing it.
They'll run on first down. It's Miller, and he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Just like that. Just like that.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Watson operating from the gun, being chased out left. And this will be a touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Whitney Merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Play action. It's locked. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. DJ Reader able to record his 5th sack of the season. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Love. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DJ Reader in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike.
Now on 2nd and 16. Watson able to get away, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Watch the slip, watch the slip. Spot. Run, man, run, man. No.
To throw is Love. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 39.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Love. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's good for 28 yards.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over, is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Staying on the ground with Mack. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. One receiver left is Hilton. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Locke. Now he's got his target. Touchdown. From 4 yards out as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Let's go. Come on. Check. Crunch. Hatchet. Rampy. Shit. Hey.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Again, it's Foreman. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8.
Here I come again.
That's Jacobs. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were buoyed, Charles.